So I got this off of that, metro.co.uk site, which always has some funny shit on it. So I want to see if you know of any of these things or have ever heard of them or have any interest in them.
Okay.
This is the 15 unusual sex things you probably haven't heard of.
All right.
Okay. Number 1, fertiling.
Okay.
It sounds so good. The Victorians didn't have the internet, so instead they came up with fertiling, which is cutting out bits of pictures and sticking their fingers in to make them look like bare breasts or buttocks.
No.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Especially if you get off on that. You're like, oh, look at my thumb. That's a big booty.
Look at my dick.
Yes. Oh, little me's got a big me, if you know what I'm saying.
Number 2, cake farts.
Cake farts.
There's a cake. There's a woman. The cake has icing. The woman is not wearing pants. The cake is on the worktop. The woman is on the worktop. You can probably guess what happens next.
She just sits on the cake and farts?
I guess. You're just farting into the cake? That's a thing? That's a sexual thing? That's going to get you excited?
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds pretty
the
crazy.
cake itself, it'll do it for me.
Well, yeah, right. Let's hope she doesn't shart.
Feel like I look like a cake.
Oh, tuxedo. Nasophilia. This is sexual attraction to the nose, which may manifest itself as a desire for physical contact, a desire for genital contact, or fantasies about transforming one's own nose. Into what?
I don't know. I can, at least that's touching. So if you just happen to have sensitivity around your nose and that gets you going, that makes a little more sense than watching someone sit on a cake and fart.
Right.
That pisses me off. That's a waste of a good cake.
It is a waste of a good cake. Maybe it's shitty cake. Maybe it's one of those kids'
Literally.
cakes with the goddamn jelly in the middle.
Or one of those frickin' fruit basket cakes my mom gets me all the time with.
Terrible.
Doesn't understand.
No, you know how many kids parties I go to and they start serving the cake? Not that I ever should be eating the cake anyway, so I usually don't. But they'll have that jelly middle, and I'm like, fuck no. Who likes that? Does a kid ever ask for that? I don't think so.
No.
Terrible. Anyway, sorry. But the nasophilia thing makes sense, especially because I don't know, if you're a man who has pleasured your woman down there, your nose is going to be involved.
It's part of the game.
So I could see how that would play a role.
Yeah, you're like, tickle, tickle, tickle.
If you're not pleasuring your woman, pleasure your woman.
Yeah.
Get that nose in there.
If you're not pleasuring yours, pleasure a woman. All right? Do something.
Do something. Doorknob licking.
Ugh.
Apparently a thing in Japan. Doesn't share anything beyond that. That is gross. That's kind of in line with, remember that guy that was fucking the mail slot? It's a little bit like that.
Right? Yeah.
God damn it. Mechanophilia. Sexual attraction to machines. This could be you. Most commonly, motor vehicles, helicopters, airplanes, and so on. Not to be confused with train spotting or plane spotting, which comes from a very different motivation. So,
yeah.
I think you are sexually attracted to machines.
I am.
Yeah. So
some of them vibrate.
You're a mechanophiliac.
I am. Mechanophiliac.
What was that? Was that Eddie Vedder singing?
I don't know what happened there. I tweaked out on myself.
Inflatable suits. You've seen fetish clothing, you've seen rubber, but you might not have seen inflatable rubber fetish clothing that turns an ordinary human into a giant sex balloon, or Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Oh.
Well, that gets you attracted.
That could fit, I guess, in like the furry thing where you're just kind of like, that's kind of cool. There's something about it. Kind of playful.
I guess so.
I mean, not my thing, but it's not like, you're not licking doorknobs.
You're not licking doorknobs, no. Objectum sexualis, attraction to inanimate objects. Those objects could be a doorknob. Those objects could be washing baskets, trucks, or the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that wouldn't do it for me, but I guess it could be. Could you imagine if you have this though, and you're just walking down the street and you're like, oh great, and I got a boner. Check out that fire hydrant.
Everything you look at is just giving you wood everywhere you go.
Wow.
Your fucking wife's like, what? Why are you always ready to go? No offense, it's not just you.
Yeah, no, it's not you, honey, at all. But that chair you're sitting. Oh well, that's the next one. But that fire hydrant you're walking next to.
Exactly.
That thing's hot.
Fornophilia. This is what do they say here? Rather than I'd hit that, fornophiles think I'd like to sit on that. They're into human furniture, a subset of bondage where people are tied and transformed into chairs, tables, and you were looking ahead, and other everyday bits of furniture.
That makes a little more sense because if you're sitting on somebody who's naked and that kind of gets you off. That makes a little more sense to me. It's kind of like
It's like
you're
that chair.
dominant.
It's like that chair in what's that? Oh God, Burn After Reading. Remember that stupid movie with Brad Pitt? Did you ever see that? And the guy's making that fucking chair that's got a dildo that comes sliding up.
Nice.
So I could see where, yes, if you're a human chair or something like that,
or that
come sit down.
And
or
there's
even
that
people
little...
sitting on people when they're on their hands and their knees, like all that shit. That kind of plays into S&M shit.
Right, and there's that little bit of control and all that stuff.
Right, exactly. Vorophilia, is that how you would say that? Vorophilia. So. Be careful who you invite to dinner. Vorophiles, God, it sounds like I'm mumbling, have an erotic desire to be consumed by others, to watch people being consumed, or to consume others. The fetish is usually shortened to vor.
So consume, I imagine you don't actually eat the person, but it's like
you're just like biting all over them?
Put parts in their mouth?
Like you're like nibbling on their fucking toes and shit? And
maybe, yeah.
Taking bites out of their shoulder?
But again, that makes a little more sense because that's a physical contact.
It's a human body part.
Someone puts their mouth on part of me and I'm attracted to them. I'm probably going to think like I'm into this.
Right. Vor.
Yeah. I'm all vor it.
Climacophilia, which is erotic gratification from falling downstairs.
Climb a chameleon.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is not good.
Yeah. Oh, this feels good.
Yeah. I'm going to do that again.
Man.
Macrophilia is the sexual arousal at the thought of being with big people. And we don't mean... What?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, we don't mean big in the sense of having eaten too many pies. We're talking Amazonian women, Attack of the 50-Foot Women, and the giant that lives at the top of Jack's beanstalk.
Oh.
Usually, but not always, a male fantasy.
Oh, no, that wouldn't do it for me either.
I don't think so either. Odontophilia.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy teeth. Oh, shit.
Oh,
I've heard you like white teeth.
I like white teeth. I like big butts, and I like white teeth.
This one can range from relatively mild, wanting to lick your partner's teeth, to full-on amateur dentistry. Whoa, we're going a little too far there.
I do like to lick Annalisa's teeth because it grosses her out.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll come in like real quick with like a quick mouth tongue dart.
Yeah?
She's just not into it. She's like, oh, God. And I'm like, I'm just trying to kiss you.
Well, you're basically a dog.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Did you have braces as a kid?
I did.
You said you did?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so remember when you got them off?
Oh, yeah. My gums felt huge. All you wanted to do was
lick your teeth.
Yeah, and your gums felt like freaking gigantic.
Yeah, it was just like, this is great.
Yeah.
This weird, slimy feeling.
So smooth.
That should be a philia. There should be something. I guess that ties into this.
Yeah.
You're licking your own teeth. Self-odontophilia, maybe.
Yeah.
Frotturism. This is the sex act previously known as frottage, involving getting off by rubbing yourself against unsuspecting and non-consenting people. Hey, now.
That's
not okay.
Cool.
That's
not okay.
Although, if you're going to do that, maybe hang out at some fucking dance clubs, because you can probably get away with it there.
Probably.
You know? You can lick a girl's leg, like what's-his-face did.
Right. Freaking.
2 more. Foul or... Oh, my goodness. How would you say that one?
Phallorcoagulagnia. Not like that. Not how I just said it. I'll tell you that right now.
Perfect.
Yeah. It should not take 35 seconds to say.
Doc, I got a bad case of What? You trailed off there. I don't know, man. This is the deal. Rather impenetrable scientific name for arousal from being kicked in the knackers or otherwise receiving pain into one's gentleman's vegetables.
Well, I don't mind a little roughage down there.
You think so?
Not roughage.
Not
I don't
roughage.
want it placed in lettuce.
No.
If you could bring a Caesar salad with you to bed, honey, that would be great. I don't mind a little. I don't want it to be like. I don't want to get kicked, but a little, a little firmness sometimes is all right.
Really? Like a little? I mean, what about like a little fucking
No.
Yeah,
little squeeze, maybe. Little cup check.
Ball play. I'm not sure.
Well, mine are so damaged, I can't freaking feel anything anyway.
True. Yeah, exactly. It's like when I went to get the vasectomy and the guy was pinching. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Yours is just constantly
just
that way.
Not. Yeah.
Can you feel that? No.
I want to know that somebody's down there doing something.
I can't feel a damn thing. So go ahead and get all yummy.
Yeah.
Otophilia, last one. Sexual interest in ears.
No.
No?
No, I mean I like people to have ears. If they don't, that's okay too.
But there's not like
I don't want to stick my ding ding in there.
Tongue in the
lick
ear,
one.
getting tongued in the ear, that kind of stuff.
No, I mean maybe a little nice kiss or lick of the earlobe.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't.
Does it freak you out when something is put in your ear like that? Like for me, like I was just having this conversation the other day, not in a sexual manner, with my kids, where I was saying they were talking about belly buttons, and I said I don't like if somebody pokes me in the belly button because it makes me feel like my bottom half's gonna fall out or something. It's like a weird feeling. It skeeves me out.
Yeah, no, that way too. I don't like stuff like put in my ears. My belly button's not so bad, but Annalise doesn't like her belly button touched, and I love to touch it.
So you're licking her teeth and touch her
belly button. I like to do that thing like where you tap on the belly button, and so it makes that weird kind of almost a suction, so it sounds like a little drum, like pop 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 pop.
Oh,
pop.
and then you give it a.
Yeah, kind of like one of those things, but she's not into it.
Oh well, sorry, Annalise.
Yeah.
We talked about fidget spinners earlier.
We did.
And the fact that I'm very sad that my children each have one. But
this is
not
sure
what
this
they
is
have.
how you? I was going to say, you sure that's what you want to lead? How you want to lead into this story?
This is very different than what they have. Fidget spinners, this says, were originally created to help those with ADHD and anxiety. Now they're a trend. They're the hot new toy on the playground. They're being used to make music. There is naturally fidget spinner porn, which we spoke about last week or the week before.
Which we're shooting later today.
Right. And now, finally, butts are getting into the fidget spinner action too.
Hells yeah, bro.
Someone has come up with the fidget spinner butt plug. This is a butt plug that appears to be safe and enjoyable for anal play, but with a fidget spinner stuck on the end. The end that doesn't go inside your butt, but acts as a stopper to prevent your plug from getting lost.
Nice.
What's the point of a butt plug with a fidget spinner on the end, you may ask? Frankly,
oh no, I get it.
Oh, you got it? What is it?
No, I mean I could see, because let's say you're with somebody who's got a little ADHD, or maybe, whatever, they need something extra to do. It's like, put that in there, and then you can fidget spin on the outside while I'm getting pleasured on the inside.
So
perfect.
You're taking advantage of their anxiety.
Correct.
You're preying on their anxiety by
I'm praying for their anxiety.
Praying for their anxiety by, throwing this at them, basically, by going, look.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Everybody wins.
And then you feel like you're kind of involved and they want to be there. The only thing about this is if you're like a boy or a hairy girl, you got to trim up, because you don't want that fidget spinner. You don't want any hairs getting trapped in any of those gears. Yeah.
That would be bad.
No, you gotta play this smart. You don't just go in blind.
And just be careful, because if you do clean up that zone, you might end up with just wet pants, wet shorts.
That's right. That's right. Be very careful.
The maker is called Glow F Yourself.
That's pretty funny.
Who also sells delights such as a golden rosary butt plug.
Oh.
Wow, getting into religious territory.
Wow,
and a mood ring butt plug, which I thought that was pretty cool.
I like that. Yeah, it could be interesting. Like,
my butt's feeling great.
You're not very happy. And you're like, well, I wasn't really expecting that.
Of the fidget spinner butt plug, Glow F Yourself says, it's here to help keep that ass focused. Nice. It's not clear who is supposed to spin the fidget spinner, the wearer of said butt plug or the buddy interested in it, which I think we've answered that with your philosophy there. So I don't know. I saw the picture that they showed on this link. Did you see it? Oh man,
it's good looking.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean weird, right? It's totally weird.
Right? Yeah. It would be great if you were holding one up right now.
I'm like, you mean like this?
You mean this one? Or this?
Should have washed it first, but whatever.
Oh.